Good morning to all. I am Anusha, first year MSc Chemistry, practicing in JCS College of Arts, Commerce and Science, Autonomous, Uti Road, Mysore. In this session, I discuss safety laboratory precautions. In the laboratory, we follow some basic rules in safety point of view. If we not follow the rules in laboratory, we can face biohazards, chemical hazards, as well as the physical hazards. Some basic rules are personal protective equipments, hygiene practice, chemical handling, hazardous symbol, and waste disposal. First, we see the personal protective equipment. This picture shows how to appear in laboratory. For personal protective equipments, always wear appropriate eye protection, that is chemical splash goggles in the laboratory, and wear disposable gloves when handling the hazardous material. Remove the gloves before leaving the laboratory and exiting the laboratory. Wear a full length, long sleeved laboratory coat or chemical resistant apron, and wear shoes that adequately cover the whole foot. Low heeled shoes with non slip soles are preferable. Do not wear sandals, open toe shoes, open backed shoes, or high heeled shoes in the laboratory. Long pants that completely cover the legs are preferable, and don't wear any accessory like hand watch, jewels. Don't wear in the during labs. Next, hygiene practice. Keep your hand away from your face, eyes, mouth, and body while using the chemicals. And don't bought into the laboratory any food or drinking water, anything in laboratory. And never use laboratory glassware for eating or drinking purpose, and don't apply cosmetic while in the laboratory. Wash hands after removing gloves and before leaving the laboratory. Next, chemical handling. How to handle the chemicals in laboratory. In the first, we followed when using the substance or chemical. First, we check to verify it is correct substance or not. Then we used, and also we handling the chemicals. Wear appropriate chemical resistant gloves before handling the chemicals. Gloves are not universally protective against all chemicals. Use gloves based on the using of chemicals. If you transfer chemicals from their original container, we observed these contents. First, label chemical containers as to the contents, concentration, what are the hazards, and date. And next, always use a spatula or scapula to remove a solid reagent from a container. And don't directly touch any chemical with your hands. And never use a metal spatula when working with peroxide because it easily ignite. So, not used metal spatula when working with the peroxide, and metal will decompose explosively with peroxide. And how to transporting the chemicals. You transport the chemical using the bottle carriers cart with tray, buckets, etc. Avoiding the glass bottles to carry the chemicals, and don't carry the chemicals with hands, hazard to you and others. Next, when transferring the chemical or solution from one container to another, hold container away from the body, and use a hot water bath to heat flammable liquids. Never heat directly with a flame because it will bump it or ignite. So we not use the uh, heat directly with the flame. Add concentrated acid to water slowly. Never add water to concentrated acid. Weigh out or take out only the amount of chemical you will need. Don't take excess of chemicals. And never touch, taste, or smell any reagents. Then Never place the container directly under your nose and inhale the vapors. And use the laboratory chemical hood if available when there is a possibility of release of toxic chemical vapors, dust or gases. Next, hazardous chemical symbol. This symbol represents the health hazard. It uh, in the For example, benzene formaldehyde, it causes the cancer causing agent, called carcinogen substance. With it cause the respiratory problem or reproductive or organ toxicity that cause the damage over time. Next, flame. This symbol represents the flame. Flammable materials are substances liable to self-ignite when exposed to water or air, or which emit flammable gas, for example ethanol, acetone, gasoline. Next symbol, exclamation mark. This symbol shows immediate skin or eye, or cause the respiratory tract irritant or narcotic, for example volatile organic solvent and ammonia. Gas cylinder. Next, gas cylinder. This is the gas cylinder symbol. Gases stored under pressure such as ammonia or liquid nitrogen. Next, corrosion. Materials causing skin corrosion or burns or eye damage on contact or that are corrosive to metals. For example, sulfuric acid, hydrochloric acid, and sodium hydroxide are example for corrosion. Next, flammable over circle. Identify oxidizer. Oxidizers are chemicals that facilitate burning or make fire burn hotter and longer. For example, oxidizing substances, hydrogen peroxide, nitric acid. Next, skull crossbone. This symbol represents the skull and crossbone. These substances, such as a poisons and highly concentrated acids, which have an immediate and severe toxic effect. This symbol, it represents the toxic substance. For example, cyanide, arsenic, mercury are the most toxic substance. Next, exploding bomb. Explosives including organic peroxides and highly unstable material at risk of exploding even without exposure to the air. For example, TNT, dynamite. TNT means trinitrotoluene. Next, chemical waste disposal. Chemical waste disposal is very important. uh, in waste, chemicals are first segregate waste by type, hazardous and non-hazardous. Use proper container and guidelines, and follow local regulation guidelines, and neutralize or treat waste when possible. Dispose of through authorized waste management service. Thank you.